Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to read Froggy Plays in the Band by Jonathan London. Jonathan London does a great job of helping readers read with expression by changing the way the words look in the book. It helps us figure out how we should sound, to make us sound like we're really the characters. Try to imagine what the characters would really sound like if they felt that way or if that had happened to them. Also, Jonathan London does a great job of giving us a character trait to see how is Froggy acting in this book. Is he messy? Is he excited? Is he distracted? Is he forgetful? Maybe he's showing determined or being able to persevere and keep trying. Let's find out how Froggy is in this book. Froggy Plays in the Band by Jonathan London. Illustrated by Frank REMKIEWICZ. At school one day, Froggy read a sign. It said, "Marching Band Contest. Big prize." "Great," said Froggy, "a band contest." He flopped over to see Miss Martin, the music teacher. Flop, flop, flop. Oh, I just love it when they do that. He gives us sounds to help us imagine what it really sounded like. Flop, flop, flop. "What's the big prize?" asked Froggy. "It's a surprise," she said. "If you and your friends start a marching band and compete against other schools in the Apple Blossom Parade, you can win that prize." "What will I play?" wondered Froggy. Then he remembered his dad's old sax. See the saxophone? And after school he flopped up to the attic. Flop, flop, flop. And he started blowing his dad's horn. Honk, bleep, screech. Did you see how the author put lots of E's in there? The word screech has a long E in the middle. It does have 2 E's. But the author gives us a lot more than that. He really wants us to imagine us making a sound that goes on that long. Screech! "Froggy!" called his dad. "What?" "Quiet, please. I'm on the phone." So he does the extra letter thing again in Froggy's name when he's calling it, and also in Froggy's answer when he says, "What?" Instead of being 4 letters long, he puts extra A's in there to stretch it out. He wants us to say it nice and loud. We can tell because it's all uppercase and it's way bigger than the rest of the text. Try it with me. "Froggy!" called his dad. "What?" "Quiet, please. I'm on the phone." "I'm on the phone, too," cried Froggy. "The saxophone. Honk." The next day, Froggy got his band together and they practiced in his yard. Max on drums, kaboom! Leah on triangle, ting-a-ling! Emma on recorder, tweedledee! And Hannah, her twin, on cymbals, clash! "I want to join too," said Froggalina. "What do you play?" asked Froggy. Did you hear how I said "you" differently? Let's take a really great look at this text. Let's get real close and look at it. Okay. Do you see how some of the words are a little slanted? See how this THI goes straight up and down in this word nothing? But this THI is slanted. It kind of goes that way a little bit. It's italicized. When the author italicizes the words, he wants us to use our special reader's voice to put extra emphasis on that voice and say it with expression. Let's read this part together. "I want to join too," said Froggalina. "What do you play?" asked Froggy. "Nothing," she said, "but I can do this." And she twirled a baton, tossed it high into the air. Oh, these 3 dots mean we have to wait before we go to the next section of text. It tells us to pause. She twirled a baton, tossed it high into the air, and caught it behind her back. Ta-da! Every day after school, Froggy's ragtag band marched around and around the playground. Honk, kaboom, ting-a-ling, tweedledee, clash. And every day, Miss Martin told them the rules for marching. Don't look left, don't look right, and don't stop for anything. We're supposed to read those words with emphasis as well, and a little bit louder, because they're all uppercase. So these are Miss Martin's directions. She says, don't look left, don't look right, and don't stop for anything. What if you have to go to the bathroom? Asked Froggy. Don't stop for anything, commanded Miss Martin, or everybody behind you will crash into you. 3 weeks left. 2 weeks. 1. Froggy practiced marching everywhere, even in his sleep. At last the big day came. The apple trees had burst into bloom, and the parade was ready to begin. Everybody was nervous, especially Froggy. Miss Martin said, now remember, don't look left, don't look right, and don't stop for anything. And the parade began. We're going to stop. We're going to stop for just a second, and we're going to think about how Froggy's been in this book. Now, early in the book, he decided he wanted to play the saxophone. Has he been practicing? Has he been practicing a lot? When you keep working on something and you don't let anything distract you, you're being focused. Is he focusing on being a good saxophone player? Is he focusing on being a good marcher? Let's find out. Maybe he'll stay focused. We'll have to find out. Being the youngest, Froggy's band marched in the front, led by the majorette, the one and only Froggalina. Froggy! Called his father. He was jumping up and down on the sidelines, but Froggy didn't look. Did Froggy let his dad distract him? No, he stayed focused. Froggy! Called his mother. She was aiming a camera. But Froggy didn't look. Cameras flashed. Clowns threw candy. And still Froggy marched, looking straight ahead. So did he let his mother distract him? Or the cameras? Or the clowns? No, he stayed focused. Here came the judge's stand. This was the big moment. Do you see how I had to read this special? Because it's italicized. This was the big moment. Froggalina twirled her baton. She tossed it high into the air. And Froggy thought, don't look left, don't look right, and bonk! Her baton hit him on the head and knocked him down. Oops! Cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Oof, clang, crash, and the rest of the parade piled on. Did he mean to stop? No, it was an accident. He got hit on the head by Froggalina's baton. But he'd stayed focused until then. Let's see what happens. Froggy! Called Miss Martin. What? Came a muffled cry. Are you all right? Froggy crawled out from the bottom of the heap and said, don't stop for anything, and started to wail a wild swamp tune on his saxophone. See, I had to say it special because once again, it's all uppercase. Don't stop for anything. The rest of his band joined in, and everybody danced in the street. And when the judges' vote came in, Froggy's ragtag band had won a special award, coolest marching band at the Apple Blossom Parade. What's the big prize? Asked Froggy. This is, said Froggalina, and she gave him a big juicy kiss smack on his cheek. Eek! Then the judges gave Froggy and his band the real prize, a big golden trophy in the shape of a saxophone. Yes, cried Froggy, and Froggy's ragtag band played one last time. Honk, kaboom, ting-a-ling, tweedledee, clash. Thank Thank you for reading this book with me. I'm so glad that you helped me practice reading with expression. We always have to remember to look at how the author wrote the words and how they look in the book, if they're uppercase, if they're italicized and slanty, if they're written huge compared to the rest of the text. Then we have to use our special reader's voice to put extra expression and emphasis to it to make it sound like we're really there in the book. You did a great job with that. What character trait did Froggy show us in this book? Did he get distracted? No. What is the opposite of distracted? Focused. He stayed focused the whole time. Thanks for reading with me today. Don't forget to practice reading with expression in all the books that you read.